Hello everyone. In this video I've got my Indola ceiling fan again. As you probably seen in the last video how loud it was and noisy. I had a lot of comments saying how rare it was and all that. So I figured I'll do a longer video, but this time it's on a controller. And also I've mostly fixed the noise. The issue, I have worked out what the issue's from. Oops. The issue's mostly from the motor, and since right in there is the motor, I think what's happening is when it's spinning, it's pulling air and it's going in here, which is straight in the motor, and it's messing around with the metal. That's my guess. And also the blades, everything on it sounds the same, so it's not actually the motor, because I've fixed most of the noise. This is how the blades are held on. A couple of those were not tightened all the way. Here is the details in the bottom of the motor, because I didn't show that in the other video, because I was hoping to fix this thing to as good as I can get it. And also I had the top canopy up too, but it's still not 100% secure because the screw is very thin and I can't tighten it any more than what it is. So I was just going to have to deal with that. It does make a bit of noise still. Also, I think another reason why as well is because it had a weird hook on the other one, whereas I've changed it to a J hook now with a rubber grommet, so it's less quiet. I mean, it's less noisy, because you got to remember, if it's on the hook, this is bolted to metal, it all vibrates. That's one of the problems with this fan, as it seems, is it's very hard to work with due to the vibrations, because it's all metal. There's a little bit of gap there. Not really, maybe. There is. Why is it doing that? Why is it wanting to keep spinning like that? Interesting bearings on this thing, I must say. It's not the best bearings. They are really noisy on high, which you'll hear more. But it's the best I can do for now until I can spend like a long time on it. I think one of the other reasons it was noisy is because I actually tried to take it apart, check the electrical connections before I plug it in so it didn't trip, break or short out. And it comes apart very weird. This lower canopy is bolted with 3 screws to this, which the capacitor's joined to this. That's a bit warm. The capacitor's joined to this, and on top of that is the terminals for some reason. And the down rod actually screws into the lower canopy, not the motor. So you undo this and it will just hang on the wires. It's really weird. And the lower canopy just gets secured with the same screw like that. If I can find it. There it is. So this fan's completely different to what I'm used to. I'm used to these things. But obviously this thing is really one of a kind, to be honest. Probably once this video is done, I'm probably going to stop running it for a while because it's starting to get a little bit warm. Probably because I have been turning it on and off trying to figure out what that damn noise was. But in this video, it's not just straight to high. I've actually connected the controller again. It doesn't like, what's it called? It doesn't like low very much. So the most I could do was get it to start on speed 3. So we can start it on speed 3. I'm going to show you the fan. I'm not going to show you me turning the controller on. So you can hear it. It's just going to be one of those things that's difficult to play around with because it's all metal. But we've got a bit of a speed range here. I haven't tried speed 4 yet. That might be straight high, I'm not sure. I think these things are 5 speed, but I'm not sure. I tried to do a lot of research on the controllers, but I can't even find anything on them. The seller did tell me though that the one like this one that they had, they threw the controller out, but they used to have to turn it with a pair of pliers, so it tells me that it's old because it's very stiff. Whereas the bit newer 5-speed controllers, like from the 70s and stuff, aren't really that stiff to turn with your fingers. If you listen to the sound it's making, you can kind of tell that it's just vibrational now. I mean, maybe not that exact sound. I'm not even sure if it'll do it on high after. But, yeah, I guess we'll find out. Now, I've actually never, ever, not even on Google, have seen a 36-inch version of this. And this is a 36-inch version. It just looks bigger because the brackets are different. I actually have never seen one of these in real life here in Australia before. A few people did tell me that they were common in Africa, and one gym in Queensland, which I did look up that gym. They seem to be all gone. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, I'm not sure where to put this fan, really, to be honest. I do want to display it at most, because it's really cool. Also, yes, we do have a DMC over there. Yeah, you can hear the bearing. I will get around to oiling it. I just don't know when, because I have to pull it apart. Let's turn it up a bit more so it stops that vibrational noise. Maybe. Yeah, when I do work to it in the future, which I'm hoping to do work to it in the future, when I'm done, I will make another video on it. Hopefully it's a lot quieter than this. And the bearings are not happy. They are not happy. But at least it's working and it's not as loud as before. There's the top of it as well. Now, I did have a look at the 48 and 56-inch versions of it on Google. Apparently they're all 70 watts, and this one's 70 as well, so they probably all spin around about the same. Besides the 56-inch is probably a bit slower due to the weight of the metal blades. Alright, now we'll put on high. As you can hear, it's a lot quieter. And as you can tell by the startup sound ish it made, that it's metal, just vibrating. I do have my lights on too, because it's very windy outside. And the door keeps banging against the wall. Bearing's a little bit more quieter on high. Oh, we're saying that, never mind. I don't think it's any quieter on high, but it's definitely quieter when it's being turned on, that's for sure. I might actually show spin down in this video too. I don't generally do that. A lot of shadow in here from the light, but it doesn't bother me. It's a shed. Alright, I'm going to turn it off. I was going to do the power source, but then it will turn off the light, so I'll just turn it off there. Bearings, spin down, it's not the greatest, but the bearings could also be a bit stiff and worn because it hasn't ran in a few months, according to the seller. It's been sitting in a shed for ages. So there it is, my very fancy Indola ceiling fan, which is mostly fixed. So thank you guys for watching.